Ah, Black Betty, Bam-a-lam, oh, Black Betty, Bam-a-lam, she's from Birmingham, Bam-a-lam, way down in Alabama, Bam-a-lam. Oh, Black Betty, Bam-a-lam, oh, Black Betty. Woo! Cumia'S, Cucks, everybody. Look at these Cucks. Yeah. Rock and roll, baby. Yeah, it's me, Z-Man, the Mud Shark. How are ya? Coming live and direct from Tampa, Florida. Yay! Tampa. Temperature is currently 68 degrees. I'll take it. How are you, everybody? Hit the like button. Blah, blah, blah. Things, words. Here we go. Fucking getting DMs and at mentions. Muttering J, calm the fuck down. Muttering J, relax. Relax, dude. We get it. You love the drama. We get it, Muttering J. You're all in. You're involved. We get it. We know you're a guy. You're a guy. You're there. You're tweeting. We get it. Here's some advice. Go outside. Meet a girl. Do something. Jesus Christ. I really try my hardest to avoid you, but it's impossible. You're constantly in my at mentions. All the fucking time. I'll see a reply. You reply to everything. And I don't even know what you're talking about half the time. And today I just checked my at mentions. I was at the gym. By the way, for everyone that doubted my sauna story about the black man that I almost sat on, you might want to go ahead and go to my Instagram right now, to my stories, Instagram stories. The black man was in the sauna. The same black guy I almost sat on was in the sauna today. I took a photo for actual proof. It was lit. There's a light. It was more lit. You could see the black man I almost sat on in the sauna at the gym. It's in my Instagram stories. Give me a follow. So anyways, I'm in the sauna and I go, let's just check my at mentions on Twitter because I'm getting notifications and like, what the hell's going on? And then you got Muttering Jay. Just look at this. Scroll. Look at this. This is my at mentions. All Muttering Jay. It's like one after another, after another, after another. It's just like, relax, dude. We know. You're a guy. We get it. We get it. We get it. The piece of shit of the week, we got it. It's me, Shuli, producer Joe. We get it. You don't like us. Stuttering John, we know. He was on the Tonight Show. We get it. We know his credits. John's told us his credits. We all know Stuttering John's credits. All of us. We all know. He was on Celebrity Fear Factor. We know. He was on the Tonight Show. Howard Stern Show. Wings. Airheads the movie. We know, John. We know. We know. None of us give a fuck, John. I tell you what I do give a fuck about. You striking my channel, John. You piece of shit. You're garbage. Human garbage. I don't know what I'm going to do when I see him in AC. I don't know what I'm going to do if I see him in AC. I don't know what I'm going to do. Then I told you what I was going to do, and you struck my channel like a bitch. Like a bitch. Weird Al, get on that song. Take Bob Seger's Like a Rock and write Like a Bitch. You're welcome. It's unbelievable. I mean, I got to get out. I got to get away from all of these cocks. I got to just disappear. I got to go somewhere. I got to hit up one of my celebrity friends with any kind of influence and ask for that favor that I never asked for. Because I can't do it. I can't Stevie Lou, it's like, I was talking to my friend today. I was just like, I can't, I can't, I can't. Stevie Lou, I know you're watching this because all you do is sit around, smoke weed all day on message boards and Twitter. You're a terrible guest on podcasts. You go on way too many podcasts. You're not interesting. You're not funny. You're not. I know. We've watched your stand-up clips. You're not funny. You're not funny on podcasting. You're not a shock jock. You're constantly looking for like a podcast to cling to. Constantly. Kevin gives you his biggest platform that you've ever had your entire life. I remember a while ago, Stevie Lou put his credits in his bio, and they were all Compound Media shows. That was like, he was proud of that. He was proud that he was on East Side Day. He was proud he was on the Wet Spot. I'm like, you're a loser. You're a loser. And that's why I'm going to say right now, I'll get to your super chats and everything in comments. Let me get through this. I'm going to say right now publicly, clip it, Bex, do something. Anybody can put this out there. I'm not going to do the roast battle with Stevie Lou. And, oh, you're afraid. Oh, my God, you're afraid. Yeah, that's not the case. No one's afraid of that guy. I've seen him try to tell a joke. He doesn't know what he's doing. The reason why I'm not going to do the roast battle with Stevie Lou is because somebody needs to stop him going on podcasts. There's got to be some sort of podcast intervention. We got to quit giving this guy a platform. We got to quit putting him on shows. And I don't want to be connected to this guy in any way. I don't want to be in a thumbnail with him. I don't want to be because I get nothing out of it. Yeah, I'll make a few bucks, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm not going to get anything out of this. He'll do anything for attention, even if he goes on there to embarrass himself. He'll just do it because he wants the attention. I don't want it. I don't want to be connected to this guy. I don't like him. He's hard to look at. He legitimately is hard to look at. Then he's like, "What do you want to fuck me, Chad? You want?" Yeah, okay. I want to fuck Rocky Dennis too. You're just an ugly dude. And I don't like these guys smoking weed on camera. It's just like enough. You have no allegiance to anybody. You're just a shitty person. You're shitty to people. I don't like you. I read you early. Never. By the way, I never met the guy. He just started coming after me nonstop. I'm like, steel toe. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, who are you? And I ask around. Nobody knows. There's a reason why you have no following. There's a reason why you get no followers, Stevie. You stink. You're not good at this. You're not good at comedy. You're not good at podcasting. But you'll do anything for attention. Anything. You're like Chrissy Mayer. You feel like you need to be on camera at all times. You think you need a microphone in front of your face at all times. You don't. You don't. And you're like, oh, Chad's a dick for saying this. No, this is like the same shit I say about Ray. This is good advice. It's great advice, but you're not going to listen. You're not going to listen. And for you to say, I'm not funny in this, you're full of shit, dude. And I'll just go ahead and let me just remind everybody. I'll go Stuttering John with the credits here. The funniest people in the world think I'm hilarious. But the unfunniest people don't. The people with zero following, zero pull, zero juice don't think I'm funny. Stevie, Quadfather, Carl, none of them like me. They don't. I'm unfunny. I'm untalented. Melton. They all think I'm terrible. But then you go to the flip side of successful people. Nick Swartzen, Jim Brewer, Jim Florentine, Godfrey, Daniel Tosh, all think I'm hilarious. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, Patrick, don't think I'm funny. Got it. Failed comedian. Got it. A guy who's can't go to comedy clubs anymore because he's going to get his ass kicked. Got it. No problem. I'll just listen to the funniest people in the world. Anyways, I digress. Let's get to the comments. I've been ignoring them the whole time. I feel like an asshole. Is this the real Stuttering John? Hey, Chadley, tell your skank to cool it on the Xannies. Yeah, people were messaging me. I guess Kate went on. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I guess she went on BYB. I woke up to this. I go and I just text her. I go, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she's like, "I know. I regret it. I shouldn't have done that." I'm like, "All right." I was like, "Yeah. Tell your anal queen to keep my name out her mouth." Is this the real Stuttering John? What a fucking loser. Thank you, Waver. Tell your skank to stop talking about me. She's not. Baloney factor sniping you now. Oh, no. Oh, no. What will I do? What am I going to do? I can't handle this. Great idea. Where'd you come up with it? Oh! God damn it, Matt. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And yes, it is a full-on bottle of vodka. Nothing in it, just straight vodka. So have fun with it. Fucking idiots. I got to get out. I got to go. I got to get out. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be around these people. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to be around. Decline host. Stevie don't deserve to get paid anymore. He does not need to go on any more shows. I mean, he like there's not a podcast he won't do. I get asked to do podcasts every week. Every week I'm getting messages. Do my pod. I turn down everything. If you have no following, why would I go on? Why? If you have like 30 people watching you live, why am I going on your show? Like why? What are we going to do? What are we going to talk about? It's all right to not go on podcasts. It's okay to say no. It really is. You can turn things down. You know, you don't have to. You don't have to. Advice, Chad. Muttering is a troll. Just ignore it. Well, the same can be said about you, Mason. Should I ignore you too? I mean, what are we doing here? Not a bad idea. Drive over to Clearwater Beach and stay in a place for a week. Take a break. You know, it's funny. When I first moved to Tampa, like when I first moved in here, they were doing like a lot of like stuff to the place, painting and doing all this stuff. And then the condo committee, I forgot what they were doing something. Oh, we didn't have water for 48 hours for something. I don't know what happened. I don't remember. So I booked a 3-day stay in Clearwater at a hotel on the beach. And it was great. I had a blast. Was hanging out with the locals. Had lunch at Hulk Hogan's restaurant. It was great. Went to the beach. My friend Jerry, my ex-girlfriend Natalie's brother, Jerry, ran the jet ski operation on the beach, so I hung out with him. But that's not a bad idea. Clearwater's gorgeous. Well, that's what Scientology is. Yeah, I know. Who cares? Are you going there for Scientology? Yeah. I'm gonna be a Scientologist. L. Ron Hubbard's My God. L. Ron Hubbard's My Lord. Okay? I'm going to worship a guy named Ron. That's my new life, everybody. So I don't know how I missed this tweet. I had to scroll back and look because somebody sent me the screenshot. I mean, I don't really, when I check my app mentions, I just scroll through. I don't read everything because it's just so much, like I said, it's muttering J shit. So I'm just like, scroll, look, see. And if there's like a thread going on, forget it. I don't know what's going on. I don't care. If you got a thread of people going back and forth, I'm out. Don't care. If you see me in one of those threads, just untag me because I'm not reading it. So this came up. I had to go back and scroll, but this is an actual thing. Steel Toe Morning Show, Aaron Imholt says, "Hey, Chad Zumock, at me. You need to DM me. It's about time you make an appearance on Steel Toe." This was sent a couple days ago. And I'm like, huh. Where's this coming from? Where is this coming from? Why? Why do I need to DM Aaron? Why is it about time that I come on the show? Tampa Terry, $1.99. Thanks for the shout out on my restaurant. Go Bucks, bro. Yeah, I was at Hogan's Hangout right on the corner where they do karaoke every Monday. And Hulk Hogan shows up with his now wife, his baptized wife, and they judge karaoke with Jimmy Hart. I went to Hogan's gift shop, Terry, bought a Hulkamania shirt and an NWO shirt. So my money is in your pocket, Tampa Terry. And yeah, go Bucks. My Browns are out of it. So I'll be doing what I did 3 years ago. I'll be rooting for the Bucks, especially with Baker Mayfield, whom I'm still a fan of. I'm very vocal that he got a bad rap in Cleveland. He played his last year in Cleveland hurt after he took the Cleveland Browns to their first playoff in years, and they beat the Steelers during the COVID era. I never forgot that. I never forgot Baker Mayfield leading the Browns to the playoffs and beating the Steelers in that first round. I never forgot. And then he comes back, he plays hurt, doesn't have a good year. Cleveland chews him up and spits him out like garbage. They throw him to the curb. They badmouth him the whole way out. And they got that piece of shit, and I do mean piece of shit, Deshaun Watson from the Texans. They give up 3 number 1 picks, and they give him guaranteed money after Deshaun Watson said he'll never play in Cleveland. And then he comes here and he does nothing. He has to sit out all these games because of sexual allegations, collecting money guaranteed. Never really had a good, never really played great as a quarterback. And now he's hurt again. And meanwhile, Baker Mayfield just fucking took down the Eagles. Good for Baker. I'm rooting for him. That's a good story. I liked his confidence. I liked his attitude. Like everything about him. Go Bucks. Exactly. I'm with you on that. Oh, here's a good tweet. Here's a good super chat from Benny Loco. How big is your crank? 6 inches? I can take that. I guarantee this is a dude. Always dudes that talk about my looks, appearance. They want to know how big your dick is. It's always a dude. Always. Every single time. Beloved Chatter says, I care about everything more than I care about Cleveland topics. That's fine. And beloved Chatter, you could take a break too. You don't have to be in every chat room. You know that, right? You don't have to be on every podcast either. I'm giving you the same advice as Stevie Lou. You could take a break. Okay? I know you won an award from Carlos Danger, and it's exciting. I know. But you don't have to be on every show. Hi, Dalish. I see you in there. Cold C says, go teach them how to hype properly, Z-Man. Yeah, so thanks for getting me back on track. So Steel Toe sends me this tweet from out of nowhere. And I'm like, what's this? Why do I have to make my appearance on Steel Toe? Why is it time? Why is it finally my time to come on Steel Toe? You know? Aaron, weren't you the one saying I went too far with your ex-wife and your current wife? I took it too far. You were out of the Chad business. We're washing our hands. We're moving on. We're out of the Dabbleverse. I remember. Why don't you remember that? You know? Waiver, I'll never understand the 99 cents. Like, why not just a round dollar? But I appreciate it. Nevertheless, thank you. I just don't like coins. I don't like change. I went to the gas station today, and I had change in my cup holder. And I went and paid with cash and change just to get rid of the change. I don't want coins, quarters. Well, I'm using the quarters because my dryer's broke, or my washer's broke. Dryer works. There's a laundromat around the corner, so I do need the quarters, but I don't need pennies. I don't need nickels. I don't need dimes. In fact, it's like a pet peeve of mine. If I have change floating around, I'm getting rid of it. Bye. I'll buy something just to get rid of the change. I don't want anything jingling. I want hardcore $100 super chats from David Chandler. That's how I roll. Benny Loco, the guy, with another super chat. So you're not big. I can work with that, Toots. Damn it. God damn it, Matt. Haven't heard that in a while. Yeah, what about this, Steel Toe?
Damn it, Matt, you know better.
What's Matt going to think of me coming on your show?
God damn it, Matt, you know better.
Have you talked to your wife about this? Have you talked about your ex-wife? Have you talked to Matt? Hey, Kate Meany. Look at there she is. There's my girl.
Stick up.
Yeah, I love you. I love you, Kate. Super sticker from Flat Cat, our favorite. Everyone loves Flat Cat. Everybody. I mean, everybody. If you don't like Flat Cat, there's something wrong with you.
Ma'am.
Her daughter lives in Tampa. She goes to the University of Tampa. Ray's Eiffel Tower lamp, $1.99. What flower is Chad jealous of? Flower? What do you mean, what flower? Who's jealous of a flower? I'll say A Kiss from the Rose, the Seal song. I don't know. What are we doing? Waiver. Here's some more Changle for your dangle. Now, that's an even $2. There's no change there. That's $2 bills. I can work with that. Right? That's a good super chat, my friend. There you go. Joe Schmo. $1.90. There's just some new people I haven't seen. Joe Schmo. Welcome. Hit subscribe. Hit the like button. We'll do a hype train. Doing anything for the Royal Rumble next weekend. TPA. I'm not, listen, I'm an old school wrestling guy without a doubt. My era was late NWA, WCW, WWE. And I kind of tapped out right around at the end of the Attitude Era. That's when I kind of quit paying attention. And then when WCW folded, I was kind of gone. Paid a little attention to it with The Rock and Stone Cold, but I don't follow it now. I just, I have respect for all wrestlers, but it's just not my bag, if you will. I think I came up in the best era of wrestling. I like my wrestlers on steroids, and I like them dead at age 40. That's how I want my wrestlers. I want them to look like fucking superheroes. I want them to look like Marvel comics. I want Ultimate Warriors, Road Warriors, Kerry Von Erich. I want them ripped and dead by 40. Okay? Yeah. And I'm friends with Nick Nemeth / Dolph Ziggler, but I guess he's no longer Dolph Ziggler because he left WWE to go to TNA. I follow him on Twitter. I pay attention to Dolph Ziggler because he's a friend. And I knew Dolph Ziggler when he was an actual wrestler at Kent State University, when he was a All-American, All-MAC wrestler at Kent State. Hell of a wrestler. That guy can wrestle. He could also get some hot chicks. Holy shit. Dolph Ziggler can get. He was dating this one girl. I don't want to blow up his spot. This one girl in college, she was like one of the hottest. She's still hot. I follow her on Facebook. Literally one of the hottest girls I've ever seen in my entire life. And Ziggler was taking care of business. Whoa, Easy E. Sue Costello. Look, he's coming to Atlantic City. If you don't believe him, look at his profile photo. He's ramping up. Easy E. Or do you mean Nate Dogg?
Smoke weed every day.
Apparently, that's the anthem of Stevie Lou.
Smoke weed every day.
Every day, all day. I mean, especially on podcasts. You can't stop. Dick Fitzwell. Chris Benoit was a good family man. I mean, I'm sure he was at one point. I bet Chris Benoit was at one point like a great dad and a great husband. I bet he was a provider. I bet he like helped his kid with his homework. I bet he took his wife on like a date here and there, brought roses back from the road. And then he had a horrible evening. Just a bad fucking night. Maybe, he was doing drugs. Maybe he lost a match. And, who knows? We all have personal problems. We're all dealing, with stuff. I don't judge Chris Benoit, especially his double murder suicide. Who knows what Nancy Benoit was doing? We don't know what Nancy was. Maybe Nancy was just being a bitch. On Friday, June 22nd, 2007, Chris Benoit killed his wife Nancy in the bonus room of their house, which was being used for an office. Yeah, maybe she was just like, he wanted to use the computer and she wouldn't get off. According to the police report, her limbs were bound prior to her death, with her arms being restrained with cables and her feet being duct taped together. Yeah, she was being mouthy. So far, I'm Team Benoit. A bailed up combination of a tube sock and tape was also found in the kitchen trash and appeared to be soaked in dried blood. Wow. Copy of the Bible was left on her body. Oh, that's nice. Injuries indicated that Benoit had pressed a knee into her back by pulling the cord around her neck, causing strangulation. Huh. It's like Derek Chauvin and what's his name? What was his name? George Floyd. God bless. He's a hero. Officials said that there were no signs of immediate struggle. Toxologists found alcohol in her body. See, she was drunk being a bitch, but were unable to determine whether it had been present before death. And then, his son, Daniel Benoit, he was 7 years old. He was Chris's third child and the second son, having older parental half siblings. Who knows what that kid was doing? Maybe he forgot to take out the trash like I used to. My stepfather used to beat the shit out of me for dumb reasons, like not having his coffee. Right? Like my stepfather would literally beat the fuck out of me if I talked to him before his coffee. That's insane. So for everyone that runs the judgment about Chris Benoit, we don't know. We don't know what was said, what was done. Okay? And then Chris Benoit took his own life. So, I like to think they're all in a better place. They're a happy family in the clouds. That's what I go. So we don't know. We don't know anything. I don't judge anybody anymore. Right, Dan G? Dan G, thanks for the $5. Chad, what's the clip of Kevin PL Joe yesterday of you calling producer Joe? Chad, what's the clip of Kevin plus Joe yesterday of you calling producer Joe? I actually forgot to call producer Joe back. If Sunday Jenna's in here, just let him know I forgot. There was no intentional. I'm sticking it to him. I'm mad at him. None of that's true.
Hello.
Hi, Earl.
Yowza, yowza, yowza.
I'll call you back today. Okay? You guys pay attention to so much. You guys pay attention to everything. Like, you can just see something very casual and dumb, and you remember it. It's so dumb. It's crazy how much you guys remember. Like, I'll just say something, just on a whim. I'm not even paying attention. And then you guys, you remember when you said that? I'm like, no, I don't, actually. But you do. Dr. Chow. What up, Z? What up, Dr. Chow? Shawnetta, she's like my favorite fan. Guess she lives in Orlando. Are you ever going to change your horrible background? What's it going to take? It's going to take a whole lot, Shawnetta. More than you can afford or provide. It's going to take everything. Okay? So until then, you have to look at it, Shawnetta. Just look at that background. Just fucking look at it. Look. Stare at it. You bitch. Look. Look at my background. Fucking look. This is what you get. This is what you deserve. My shitty background. Look at it. Look how bad it is. Fucking posters and stickers. An American flag. This is disgusting. This is embarrassing. Who gives a fuck? Holy shit, everybody. I didn't realize this was a celebrity chat. It's Carlos Danger. You guys know him from the Insufferable Bastards podcast and the 2023 Dabby Awards. He's a father. a husband. He has a job, a day job. He provides for his family. He makes Ray DeVito's podcast tolerable and listenable and interesting and engaging. But for some reason, he's full on in this world. Him and Dr. Steve both are full on in this world. And they're paying attention. They're watching. They're covering. I'll never understand why. I'll never get it. If I didn't have to be in this world, I would not be in this world. You understand? If I had a wife and children, I would be nowhere near this toxic nonsense of Stuttering John, former celebrity, current loser YouTuber, striking channels. A guy who made millions in entertainment and blew it all on beer and alimony and divorces. But I guess we all have our thing, right? We all have our thing. I have a thing. Now Waver's back to the change. He's back to giving me 99 cents again. What are my things? Like, what is my thing? This isn't. The Dabbleverse isn't my thing. It's not. I know some people say when they're not logged in, they're logged off. They're like, we don't pay any attention to it. I really don't. You know, I really try to get it. Like today, I went to the gym for 2 hours. I walked on the treadmill for an hour, watched the Matt Damon movie, Clearwater. I'm watching that. Completely checked out. Rode my bike on my way home. I listened to Joe Rogan and Ron White talk. Cleaned up the house. I was listening to Clay Travis. Made myself lunch. And then I logged on and did this. So that's that. You can get with this. You can get with that. Anyways. This is interesting. Can you knock up Kate so we can have baby sharks? Yeah, I'm not looking to have children. You know, I'm not against it. Yeah, okay, I will. I'll have a baby with Kate. Sounds like a great idea. Doesn't take much more convincing. Here's Shawnetta. You could spice up your appearance and improve your podcast and probably get better super chats with a more professional show. You just turn on a camera and call it a show. Hey, Shawnetta. Shawnetta. Have you watched the Rock Bottom podcast before? Have you seen it? Have you seen his show? Ray DeVito literally broadcast on the floor in front of a treadmill. And before that, a dresser with bobbleheads. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Have you seen this show? And you're worried about my show? And what? This is like the fucking Joe Rogan experience compared to Ray's show. Okay, fucking pull that up, Jamie. So before you criticize me on anything, go watch BYB. Go watch Rock Bottom. Stuttering John. Steel Toe. With a banner. We're going to get back to Steel Toe. I haven't forgot about this. I just put a pin in it. We put a pin on that. We'll revisit Steel Toe. Ray had his best show and worst within 24 hours. Yeah. Yeah, Ray's an idiot. He's a complete idiot. And yet, Ray's making hundreds of dollars every stream where there's zero effort in it. You got fucking Vape and Dago gifting 50 memberships for something, for some reason. By the way, open up your membership tabs. Let's get some memberships going, guys. Let's gift. Let's gift. Gift a brother. I like the gifting memberships because you find out who's watching the program, who's sneak watching. Let's bust some people. Who's tuning in? It's the best way to bust somebody is a gift of membership. You're also, helping somebody out. You're being a good person. You're being a good guy. You're being a buddy. But more importantly, we're busting people. Gift a membership. Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, now this is a fucking super chat. Dan G. Hold on, I'm getting a text message. All right. Dan G, $2. Chad, I've been around for a while. The best shows were your drinking shows. Just lean into it and do it once a week. You'll make more super chats than stand-up comedy. Your brutal honesty and unfiltered take was great. So Dan wants me to drink more on podcast. You got Shawnetta saying I need to go to rehab. So I'm like at a crossroad. We got ourselves a real tug of war going on here, Danny G. Danny G, we got a tug of war going on. But thank you very much for the super chat.
Damn!
Hey, Bill from Jersey just gifted 5, everybody. You know him as the moderator, but you also know him as a black belt in karate and former FBI agent who will be in AC Super Bowl weekend. Get your tickets, Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall. See me, Kiki, Gino, special guests, maybe Kevin Brennan, maybe somebody else. Vince the lawyer will be there, according to him. You want to meet Vince the lawyer? No drinking. The best Chad is the sober Chad. See, Red Honda cares about my health. These people like Bill. Let's celebrate with a drink. G-Rob, look at this. Look at G-Rob. Where's she been? Where you been, G-Rob? Where you been? Where you been hiding in 2024? What chat room have you been in lately? Let's find you. Spencer K says, stay sober. I just got a $20. This is from Twitter. Here, Chad, $20. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, there's other ways you can contribute too. Streamlabs, blah, blah, blah. Other ways you can Venmo, PayPal, blah, blah, blah. Holy balls. Okay, so let's get back to Steel Toe here. I'm sorry. I got distracted. I got things going on in my life. I'm learning how to be a better person. Just doing the Lord's work. Doing my 12 steps. I got a sponsor. I'm making amends with Bert Kreischer, Sam Tripoli, Eddie Ift. I'm making amends. We're coming to a conclusion here. I'm bettering my life. I'm in the program. We're doing it. We're doing it. Sorry, I'm preoccupied with a text message. I'm trying to do 3 things at once, and it's a fucking nightmare. Anyways, we're back. Where were we? Oh, speaking of Venmo, I just got one. Let's see. Let's find out. This is exciting. This is exciting. This is exciting. And it's from, I'll just say Bob. 25. Here you go, Mud Shark. Stay sober. All right. Well, that helps. Thank you, Bob. Bob, Ram. All right, let's get back to this. I keep blowing it off. What am I doing? I got video. I haven't even got to my video clips. I haven't got to anything. I've just been talking for an hour. Chad can't do a show more than an hour. He doesn't have them, man. No, I'm just not a greedy motherfucker. Okay? It's easy to do a show 4 hours, just repeating yourself, with sound effects, AI voices, confetti, video, watching. It's not that hard. It really isn't. Okay? I don't want to keep people hostage. Okay? I'm not trying to drain your pockets. Okay? I'm trying to just get in, get out. That's how I listen to my podcast. Clay Travis does a podcast for 20 minutes. I listen to that. It's perfect. That's my entertainment on my way back from the gym. 20 minutes, boom, out, done. Joe Rogan has he had Jim Norton and Ron White on this week. I listened to exactly 40 minutes of the Jim Norton one and 30 minutes of the Ron White one. And the episodes are over 3 hours. I'm not listening to all 3 hours. I got shit to do. No one's that interesting to do a 4-hour podcast. Nobody. Baloney Factory is live working a masterclass. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure Baloney Factory is just on fire right now. I can't with his magic. So, okay, let's get back. Let's stay focused. This is a very ADD podcast. So he wants me to come on his podcast, Steel Toe. It's time. It's time. A lot's been said between me and Steel Toe this past year. He went away for a little bit. He got out of the chat business 7 times. But now he wants back in. Is it because I'm doing a show with Kiki and Gino? Is it because of Patrick Melton? But I was seriously thinking about it. But there's a lot of shit that happened. A lot of stuff that was said. And, I had to go back. I was like, we haven't been talking about Steel Toe in a long time. He's really been off my radar. So I had to kind of go revisit some of the podcasts he did on me and all the shitty stuff he said about me, my brother, and classless stuff. But here's an old one. Chad pleads for an Opie alliance amid a latest unfunny tantrum. He's calling me unfunny.
Do you want to start with Opie or do you want to start with Chad and go into? I think it would be better to go into Chad, and then that kind of dovetails into Opie.
All right. Well, we've got 2 for Opie for sure. So then, yeah, let's do it.
So Chad.
All right, let's listen. When was this? This was 11 months ago.
Started this thing, and I can't watch it. I mean, I could. I guess people have sent me clips. It's really not worth watching, but he always sets everything to private. So Chad decided after months of getting his brains beat in, and not even brains beat in like yelling at him and being shitty, just making fun. One thing Chad doesn't understand about podcasting is you have to be funny. You can't just be an angry cunt. People will be like, well, who's this angry cunt?
I'm sorry, Kevin.
This is mean. This is mean stuff he's saying about me right now. He's being mean. This Johnny Crutches with MS is being mean. They're being mean.
No offense. But he doesn't do anything funny. He just, We make fun of him. We all laugh. We have a good time. And instead of having a good time back and making fun of people, he goes, they're Cumia'S, and they suck, and I fucking hate them, and they're terrible. It's like, yeah, dude, that's still us winning. Because the whole thing we're doing when we make fun of you is hoping you see it, and then you lose your shit. So you losing your shit is kind of all part of the process.
That's a victory for us.
So now Chad made this show, and he's calling it, it's very original, Cumia'S Cucks, which sounds like a promotion you'd run at a baseball stadium for a minor league team.
Or a video you'd find on OnlyFans. But yes, continue.
Yeah, it's that's what it sounds like. A promotion at a baseball team. Only good. Yeah.
But look, he didn't put a lot of time and effort into the naming or the branding. It's more about the content.
Oh, so he spent all his time on the content.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Well, the reports I got from everybody who watched
The reports.
it is that, and here's Citizen M, who loves busting our balls, but he said he had some fair points about Compound, but 90% of it was fucking embarrassing. I had hopes for Chad, even just as a temporary anti-hero, but he let me down so fucking bad. You see, Chad, that was a guy who's a fan of ours who wants you to say funny things
And
about
rip
us.
on him.
Full disclosure, you know who made this logo? Citizen M. Citizen M made this logo. So let's proceed with how to do a funny show, courtesy of Aaron M. Holm.
Fucking and shit on us, and even he's saying
It wasn't
fucking
good.
embarrassing.
It was fucking embarrassing.
It's terrible. Worst thing he's ever seen. So, Chad, it's kind of one of those deals where playing the Cumia'S Cucks clips kind of just reinforces everything we've been saying about you and leads to further victory on our end.
Yeah, we just
Victory. Aaron, have you forgot this stuff? I haven't. Aaron, have you forgot these videos? Do you remember when you just did nonstop videos and coverage on me for 2 months until I responded? Did you forget about that? I'm just curious. I haven't forgotten.
have to sit back. You're winning.
I know
for us.
Gino forgot all the shitty stuff you said about him being an alcoholic, a loser, not funny. He forgot. I don't forget.
Yes. And I feel bad for Kevin Brennan because now Kevin Brennan has to go on his show and he's like, oh, yeah, Chad annihilated Steel Toe on his show. Kevin, you don't believe that, buddy. Stop. You're embarrassing yourself even further. And number two, it shows me you didn't watch it because it was once again him watching us do a funny thing about Kevin and his head exploding while he's watching it. Chad, if you're going to make fun of people, they have to be doing something embarrassing that you can laugh at.
Here, let me write that down because that's great advice. Because this show you're doing right now is embarrassing.
You can't watch them be funny and then lose your shit.
All right, we're about 3 minutes in. I'm waiting for the funny. Where's the funny? Where's this funny? Where's the funny?
That's you just videotaping yourself losing the battle. I hate that I have to explain to the people that hate me how to
do
properly attack me. I hate that I have such retards for opponents that I have to go, no, stupid.
Let me help you.
Here, let me look right here. And then you got to squeeze. There you go, buddy.
No. Too high, stupid. It's down here where the base meets the neck. Oh, like this? Yeah.
Oh, man. So it was really
man, this is
fucking bad. Well, now Chad is even having a worse time because Pat, this guy is a Carl guy. He's one of Carl's buffoons that Carl makes fun of. They call him Patty C Cups. I think his name is Patrick Michaels.
Okay.
Well, this was back when he was trying to get in with Carl in the Dabbleverse. You remember? Steel Toe was going to Rochester, DabbleCon, and he was going to be a part of all this shit. And then he just last minute always checked out. This is what I'm talking about, Egon. Just gifted 10 memberships, Egon. This guy's great. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's exciting.
I'm so excited! I'm so excited!
Thank you, Egon, very much for your contributions. Toe can never hide his geekiness. Yeah, let's listen to some more advice.
And he hosts a show. He's just this weird autistic guy who does a show, and it's usually remarkably terrible. And he's got awful takes. But even he can see Chad Zumock for what he is. We have maybe Chad's lowest point. I can't take credit for Chad's lowest point. It used to be me forcing him to spin around in circles in a cul-de-sac, yelling about us and saying the same 50 things over and over was like rock bottom for him.
Begging to be on MLC while you're on it.
And I put him there. But now the bottom of that bag has fallen through,
out.
and there's a new bottom, and it is.
I mean, I will say this, Aaron. I am fascinated about how you think and I love how you see things that aren't there. It's fascinating. Things that don't exist and how you picture it and the opinions you form are it's a sense of delusion that I've never seen before.
Patty C. Cups of the Free Water podcast. It's 20 minutes long, so I'm going to play a little bit of Patty C. Cups.
I'm proud to say I've never watched anything of Patty C. Cups. I am proud to tell everyone right now that's watching, all 275, hit the like button. I am proud I've never watched anything Patty C. Cups has ever done, ever. Legit, I've not gone on I've never Googled Patty C. Cups. I've never put it in a search engine. You know, I see descriptions on who are these podcasts. I don't go watch it. I don't go listen to it. So here we go. This Patty C. Cups
shitting on Chad Zumock.
Here we go. Let's watch the action.
Now, the truth is, guys, I could have sat here and just put together a 10, 12-minute long video where I go through some of my favorite Chad moments. But I figured, fuck that, guys. We're going all the way in. And by
a fucking hack who sucks
has favorite Chad moment.
Is doing a show about how Chad sucks. Do you know how low on the totem pole you have to be for Patty C. Cups to go?
Can you imagine, like, listening to Patty C. Cups for I'm subscribed. I'm signed up to Patty C. Cup Patreon. I didn't even know this. Like, this video, like, he did so many videos. Like, I quit paying attention. I don't even remember this. So Patty C. Cups, whatever you did in this video, it never got back to me. This was 11 months ago, and this is the first time I'm seeing it. Literally the first time I'm seeing this. So let's see the damage that you caused me 11 months ago that I never heard of.
Oh, this guy's cringe and embarrassing.
By all the way in, I mean, we're starting with the first thing that I ever really saw Chad do stand up on, if you consider it stand up, okay?
Oh, no.
And of course, it could only be at the roast of Kevin Brennan.
Oh, we watched this on this show. This was
shitty
really bad. It wasn't even people laughing because he was bombing. It was people groaning and being uncomfortable. He was so fucking bad. And I think he wore the douchey captain's hat, too.
I don't remember.
Patch, I mean, Aaron. I know you forgot about this. And I want to thank Glenn, who's doing the Lord's work. Glenn, who sent me the this, and he sent me this video. So 11 months later, he's like, hey, Chad, you need to DM me. It's about time you make an appearance on Steel Toe. Have we forgot, Steel Toe, about these videos you did of me? I'm not funny. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a loser. I sexually assaulted your wife. I went too far. I doxed your kids, your family. What happened? What happened? Why do I have to make an appearance now? Like, why? Why? I mean, it has to be because of the show that I'm doing with Gino and Keanu on February 10th, Saturday. Get your tickets. It's got to be. There's no other reason. Unless you think we're going to take down Patrick Melton together. We'll team up and we'll tear him up. G-Rob, Aaron M. Holt, and Stuttering John are awful. I kept trying to write how I really feel, but YouTube wouldn't let me. I mean, I agree. I agree. Especially like John. John's garbage. I hope you're watching, John. What are you going to do? You going to strike me for saying you're garbage, John? You public figure with a Wikipedia? Good luck with that. I'm already appealing the one strike you have on me. Jim PCL Z-Man wins again. Dick Fitzwell, never forget. So, just playing that little video that I just played, just kind of, because when I got this tweet, I first of all, I was like, okay. But I had to go revisit this stuff. And I'm like, Aaron, if you're watching, clip this, get it to him. I respectively decline your offer of coming on Steel Toe. Okay? I won't be appearing on your program now, anytime sooner, later. In fact, let me just go on record right now. I'm never coming on your show ever. It's not happening. I have zero interest in coming on Steel Toe Morning Show. I would be the biggest cuck in the world. I'd be worse than Cumia'S Cucks than you guys. I would never do that. So I apologize. Whatever plan you had in place, it can't be with me. We're not working together. I don't like Melton as much as you do, but I'll do it on my own. I got my own thing. Okay? It's not happening. So I won't be appearing on Steel Toe. Even though you know it's about time, I do. Thank you for letting me know it's about time. I appreciate, in your mind, you thought it was about time I come on the program. Stuttering John's here again. You're calling me garbage is rich. Loser. Bye-bye. So thank you so much for the invite. Sounds like a lot of fun coming on your show. Do I get to come on with April, or do I have to come on with Johnny Crutches, or solo? We going solo? Because you don't want me around your wife? So that's sad. That's not going to happen, guys. Sorry. For the 3 people that was looking forward to me going on Steel Toe, I apologize. I'm sorry to ruin your day, your life. You know? Bill from Jersey, everybody. He's your moderator. He gifted 5 memberships earlier. He's back with another super chat. Is there any way for you to contact YouTube about Stuttering John making false strikes on your channel again? CUNAC. I've appealed it. It went through. There's 10 business days for John to take me to court, which he struck the channel before, so he doesn't take it to court. But I've heard from people, if people recklessly continue to strike channels, something I don't know. The one thing I have learned is nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about with YouTube. Nobody. Carl in Rochester, Melton, nobody knows about YouTube, the strike system. Ray DeVito has no clue. So I don't know. Steel Toe is desperate for a second mic. Stevie Lou is always available. Yeah, Aaron, go get Stevie Lou. Get him on your podcast. He'll do any podcast. He's looking for a microphone. He's looking for attention. He's looking for community. He was your moderator in the chat room. Get him on. Go get Stevie Lou. I'm too high profile for Steel Toe Morning Show, okay? I'm bigger than your show. That's a fact. So I'm not coming on the show anytime soon. Yeah. All right. We covered that. Bring Aaron onto your show. Or we don't have to bring him. No, we don't have to communicate. We don't have to like talk. I mean, we could just go about our business. you know? And there's a thing about Gino. Like, people are like, well, you and Gino are cool again. I go, well, we're not cool, but we're doing a show. You know, I'm sure we'll have a conversation. But we're by no means cool. I mean, we're going to have a conversation. But going back to what I was saying, I was friends with Gino at one point. I lived with him. So I have a relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? It's like I knew him. Aaron, I never met you. Ever. You just came out of nowhere shitting on me nonstop for like 7 months. We weren't friends. We weren't acquaintances. We were nothing. You saw Carl, Chrissy, and all them shitting on me. And you're like, I want to join in. I want to get in on this. I want to go after Chad. And then I was like, who are these people? And I tried my best to ignore you. I really went out of my way to ignore you. I refused to learn your name for like weeks. But you were so relentless, so persistent, so consistent that I it's like Muttering Jay on Twitter. It's like you can't, it's just so many at mentions. It's just like you can't get away from it. It's too much. So eventually I had to pay attention, and then eventually I had to fight back. And then I found out Corey Adam was on your show, and I had met Corey a year prior with Swartzen, and we got along great. We worked together in Columbus, and him and I were fine. We were good. So you put Corey in a really weird position, your co-host, because you wanted some cheap heat and some cheap camaraderie with Carl and Chrissy. Chad, do you want a Carlos Danger Award? No. I like Carlos Danger. I think honestly, I think a great show idea would be me and Ray with him moderating. I think that show would be huge, but Ray's an idiot. But I don't want his awards. I don't want any of them. I think they're dumb. It's all dumb. Lan says Steel Toe is clout chasing. Don't do it. They have zero to offer, and they just want in on the drama with Alex Stein. Oh, Alex Stein update, everybody. As you know, he blocked me on Twitter because of Kate Meany. If you go to my Instagram stories, and if you're a fan of my podcast, MLC, in the lore, I took a photo of the black man that was in the sauna that I almost sat on. He was there today in person. So I put it in my Instagram stories. Everyone loves it. Everyone's laughing. Ha, ha, ha. Chad's funny, blah, blah, blah. And Alex Stein apparently still follows me on Instagram. Tries to write a joke. He goes, haha, is that your boyfriend? Question mark. So even though I'm blocked on Twitter, I don't know if he's trying to like buddy with me again. I don't know what's going on. And again, I don't hate Alex Stein at all. Not mad at him. I was just sharing stories. Right. All right, guys. 268 in the chat. We're doing a good. We're having fun. We're having a good time. Again, I could go on and on and on. I could repeat myself. I could play clips. I can keep going, or I can give you a nice tight show that's very digestible for a car ride, a gym workout, a bicycle ride, a power walk, a dinner or a breakfast being made. Knock it out. Content, entertainment. I think I did a great job bringing it. We don't need to go on 4 hours. I don't need to shake all the money out of your pockets. We don't need to do 4 hours of repeat. Okay? It's too much. I say we just get a hype train out of the way. What do we learn? Call it that's a wrap. Hour and a half, good. That's all you need. Then you can go to another chat room, You can go to Reddit. Go somewhere. Go to Twitter. I don't know what happens to you guys after this. I'm not following you back to your chat rooms. I just let you go. You go away. My fans, people who hate me, whatever you guys want to do. Stella B on notice. LeBron, Harden, and Paul desperately need a 2024 playmaker. Stay sober, Mudshark. I love the fact that you know basketball. That makes me like you even more. Not just superficial looks in profile photos. And if I find out that's not what you look like, it's gonna be the worst day of my life. If I ever find out that's not what you look like, I don't know what I'll do. I'm gonna be like Sutter and John and AC. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay? But let's just pretend. Guess what, Snoop Dogg? You're the first one on the hype train today. Yeah. Woo! Remember when I took this away from you, Aaron? And then you had to just drop it completely? You remember, Aaron, when I just took the hype train from you? And you were forced to move on from the hype train. I'm not. Hype train forever. Hype train forever, baby. Yeah. Stella really hotter in person? Holy balls. I believe you. I believe everything in the chat. I'm Ray. Tell me something in the chat, and I'll run with it forever. Hype train! My lost interest is on the hype train. Riding on the hype train while driving my car. Be careful. I don't recommend hype training and driving anywhere. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Living on the edge. Hype train. Boom! Yeah! See you in AC, fatty! Bring the twinks! Your fans. The onions! Yay! These are onions, guys. Little boys. Little boys. No. No. Yeah. Hype train, everybody. Hype. Hype. Waivers on the hype train. Waiver. Waiver. Hype train. Sammy V's on the hype train. V, baby. I think it's time we bring Sylvester Stallone from Rhinestone on. What do you say? It is a Rhinestone hype train today. With one of the biggest action stars of the 80s. You know him as Rambo. You know him as Rocky. You know him from Tango and Cash. It's Sylvester Stallone. Hype train. Stallone hype train. They said it couldn't be done. Yeah. Hype train. Yeah. This guy made love to Dolly Parton. How about that? What have you done with your Thursday? I've never made love to... Look at him. He's hyping. That guy's probably dead in real life. This is 1982. Hype train. Hype train. Stallone hype train. There she is. Dollywood. That is the godmother of Miley Cyrus. Hype train. Come on, Stallone. Hype train. This movie was terrible, by the way. Meyer and Cobretti. Cobra, everybody. Who can forget Cobra? Not Earl. Bye, Stallone. That was fun. Yes. We did it. Very digestible hour and a half podcast. That's all you need. You don't need 4 hours. You don't need 4.5. You don't. It's too long. You know, I get in, I get out. I entertain, I leave. It's good. It's funny you should ask Bill. Bill knows the program. It's the reason why he's a moderator. He knows what he's doing. Some of you guys just don't know what you're doing. You don't. You don't. You think you do. You don't. What did we learn? I love this song. Yeah. I was at the gym today. This is all I listened to. I was like lifting, fucking curling, triceps to this song. Yeah. What did we learn? What did we learn? We learned that Bill from Jersey gifted 5 memberships. We learned that Egon gifted 10. Yeah. Learning. Yeah. Colt C. We learned Z-Man is ready for fatherhood. Yes, Kate Meany. Let's get pregnant. Let's get Kate pregnant. Let's get Kate pregnant. I'm going to have a kid with Kate Meany. Katie, we're going to have a baby. Get off the birth control. Let's go. No condoms, no birth control, full penetration. Baby, let's make life. Bring a baby into this world. I can't wait. We learned Chad will never forget. Sammy V. We learned Aaron is scared of losing all his friends to Mud Shark. Yeah. We're going to see you in AC. That's happening. Get your tickets. Saturday, February 10th, 8 p.m., Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall. Tickets are going fast. Comedy. Snoop Doggy Dogg. We learned Stallone can hype train. Yes, Sylvester Stallone can hype train with the best of them. Yeah. We're doing it. We learned April is thirsty for some vitamin Z. Thank you. Let's go. I'll go on steel toe if it's just April. Okay, that's okay. If it's April interviewing me, I'll go on. I just want April. Okay? Let's go. Make that happen. We learned Aaron's kids call Chad Chatty. Wow. What a great show. What a good show. I'm good. Fuck you guys. I'm funny as shit. I'm hilarious. I have a good show despite my background and production value. Right? Great show. Everything about me is great. We're having a great time. Shout out Dusty Slay. He has a Netflix special out. Known Dusty for a long time. I remember working with Dusty in 2013 at the Hard Rock Roxino in Northfield Park. I knew he was going to be something then. I was like, this guy can write a joke. This guy can write a fucking joke. So he has a new Netflix special. He's clean. So if you have children, they can watch. But anyways, Kevin's on at 4:00. Maybe I'll be on. Who knows? I don't know. No one knows. No one knows. Go sign up to my Patreon, everybody. Be a $100 Patreon member like Ken Mosca, David Chandler, Jared Thompson, Stu John, Twinkleho 99, Tucker Steve, Randy P, Jack Anthony, Craig T, and Big Papa. Be a part of it. Be about it. Don't stop. Get it. Get it. I will. Yeah. Let's count the troops and bring home the votes.